depending from where you're listening from and depending on the time and day, well, let's do something. Okay, welcome to Arcveil Academy, where our job here is to push out some quality content out there for people to understand and traders to understand the rated traps and how they should stop playing their accounts. So I know majority of everyone here has come across this textbook of support, resistance, double bottom, trend line, and so on. And I know majority of us have tried it and you keep on losing, and yet you lose. Yeah, I understand. Well, first of all, everyday traders are taught by mainstream books to look at the chart formation. You know, when you have something like this, they tell you go to the chart, you look for a double top. When you see a double top formation, it means you should sell, right? And you see another thing like this, a double bottom. That's for retail illusion, where they tell you that you should look for, you know, from the beginning of your training. That's for those that went to through online training or online courses. Most of them will tell you spot, double top, bottom, and so on and so on, or flag. You know, all those things are retail traps. You know, retail traps. The institutional reality is that majority banks understand exactly where retail traders stop loss are, so they know where your stop loss sits, and they know where your stop loss sits. Based on the text pattern. So if you are to go like this, let's say you were taught to come in. So let me move to my chart. Let me move to this angle. So let's go like this. You were taught to look for this. Right? And they tell you once you see something like this, a double top, this is what we call a resistance zone. Institutional traders, they know that you're sitting right here, your stop loss are right here. That's the big banks, the big boys. They know your stop loss are right here. So what they do is that, you know, when you set you enter at this level, place your stop loss below, and and you put your SL here, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let's say we want to go for a short, and what the banks will do is that they will exactly say come back here, do like as if they want to take a retrace, because there's no liquidity around. They move like this, and once they take you out, they get back in. So this is why majority of you guys are being stopped out, because you don't know where to mark, or where to place your SE, or where to enter, or what to look for. So we'll be covering that today. In this class. So first of all, let me do a proper introduction. I think majority of you guys may not know me and may not know us. We are new to this channel. So welcome to this channel. If you are just tuning in right now, you are officially early to something massive. My name is Henry Anadi. I am the founder of Arcveil. For a long time, I watched the trading space get clustered with the same recycle, outdated information like what I'm just showing you now. Beautiful looking charts that leads to blown accounts. Yeah, people keep on blowing accounts every day by day. You get a problem and you blow it off. I built Arcveil with a singular vision: to bridge the gap between retail struggle and institutional reality. We are building a global ecosystem where traders don't just guess where the market is going, but actually understand the mechanical why behind every price move. And that brings us directly to today's. Welcome to your very first masterclass. If you have been trading for a while, let me ask you a question that might be a bit stink, but it's coming from a place of love. Have you ever drawn a perfect support and resistance, waiting for price to hit it, then you bought in, only for the market to immediately smash through your stop loss and then instantly fly into the exact direction you predicted with all apples? And I just described that right here, if we can see it. I just did that illustration right here. This is it. You place your entry, you got in here. This is for a short scenario. You get in here and you sell. Same thing goes to buy position at the same time. It feels like some of the book or the plain text of how trading was taught to newbies is actually a trap, a systematic trap to lure more people in so they can lose accounts. The market moves from liquidity to liquidity. So if that book wasn't played out from the initial beginning, how did they move the market? That book was let me say purposely brought out to make traders lose money, blown accounts. Yeah, at some stage, in the beginning stage, it works. you know, it works in the beginning stage, and after a while it stops, that kind of stuff. It stops, you keep on losing accounts. Most times they will say that's a newbie lock here. They actually told me that when I was starting trading. That was 5 to 6 7 years ago. When I was starting, there was a time that I did something like that. This double top, mine was double top actually. Yeah, I was looking for sell, and I turned $3 to $150, but not with this pair. I was trading volatility index. So at that period, it shocked me, it marveled me, and I was like, okay, wow, what? I didn't know that the big boys, they were actually trying to like welcome me into the game, trying to let me know that, okay, you're welcome, bro. You haven't seen anything yet. This is just the beginning. Then I saw a lot, and I don't want you guys to also see a lot. So let me tell you the absolute truth. Most trading books teach you to look for retail configuration without showing you the danger. They won't tell you as exactly what I just showed you now on the screen, exactly what you are seeing on my screen, like this. And they call it double bottom, double top, or trend lines. Think about this. Imagine you are playing a high stake game of poker, but you are forced to hold your cards facing completely towards, so everyone else at the table can see them. How often are you going to win? You are never going to win if you ever show people your cards. So just like you are playing what or poker cards, if you people know what poker is, a game, a card game, then you show people. For every game you play, you begin to show your enemy that, okay, see, I'm having triangle, I'm having five, I'm having 2. They are going to use the odds against you, so there's no way you are going to win. So whenever you place your stop loss right below a clean, obvious support level, you are holding your cards towards them. The big boys, that's the banks, the multi-billion-dollar funds, they don't see support, they see a pool of money. They see a pool of money. So imagine Emeka saw this, he placed his stop loss here. Sunday is a trader also. He's a newbie, just got into the game. He placed his trade here also. Ferdinand saw this setup. He placed his trade here also. And let me clear this off. Remember, we have a double bottom here. So there is no way you are going to be the only buyer in this game. Then we now have Nonso. He places, he bought here, also bought here also. Let's say we have like 8,000 of you guys that wants to buy here and that wants to sell here. The big boys will actually do something like this. We actually do something like this. After they take out the buyers below, they move like this. People that wants to buy, they take them out. That why those that wants to sell, they take them out and they move back to the initial direction. So are you seeing what I'm saying? Now at this place, people that bought, they are gone. Their stop loss is hit. Now people that also sold from here, the stop loss is hit. Can you see what I'm saying? Now do you understand why the people are being trapped before it goes your direction? Because this double top, double bottom, I don't usually trade it. I've gotten to the extent that if you want to trade something like this, you need to make sure that there's a sweep of liquidity. So many of you may not know what sweep of liquidity is at this stage, but if you know, you should understand what I'm trying to say. A sweep of liquidity should be something like this. Comes out, goes back in, you wait for a retest and you buy. If it doesn't show you something like this, why is this thing doing it like this? So let me start again. I think I actually mistakenly clicked. So imagine you want to buy from that double top and the market rolls a little, then comes back, take you out, showed you that initially it wanted to buy, right? It initially wanted to buy, but you bought at this stage. It went up a little, then it took you out. It took your SL, like it hurt your SL, and then it went to your direction. That's liquidity points. So the market moves from liquidity to liquidity. We'll get to that stage later on, and let me explain this so we all can see what I'm talking about. Now we are about to dive in straight into the charts fully, so I can show you exactly how to identify traps in real time. But before we unlock the charts, I have a massive announcement. And if you are watching this video this week, it drops. Time is completely on your side. Right now we have officially opened the doors to the academy, and because we are building this legacy from the ground up, access is completely free for our early community members. This isn't just another casual group chat. It's all inside the free academy. You are getting direct access to our framework, how to read raw market structure without stress, understanding the next switch, so you know exactly where price is drawn to next, and real-time community discussion where we dissect the live market together. When we dissect the live market together, that's what I mean. So we are keeping the door open for a limited time, to ensure we keep the quality of our community alight. So if you want to stop guessing and start trading with clarity alongside a driven family of traders, click the link in the description right after this video and secure your spot. Alright, let's get into the absolute meat of this masterclass. Let's look at the exact chart right now on the BTC. So this is my chart. BTC. Let me clear all these things off. Okay, so let's try and look for double top around here. But first of all, look at this area right here. So a standard retail trader, this looks like a text books. Let me look for any double top around here first. Let's see if we can spot that. I'm just trying to look for the perfect one we can use. A perfect example. This XAUUSD. Okay, I think we just saw one. Is it facing us? Exactly. This is a double top. Let's pretend that you didn't see this. So let me do it like this. Let's pretend that you didn't see this. So if I turn my charts now to the line chart, you actually see what I mean. This is a Elm pattern. If I should do it a double top, tested here. It's an L, a double top. Now if I should bring this out, what do you see? What did you see? An M pattern, right? This is an M pattern. But if you look right here, most traders would have placed a stop loss around. Okay, you entered around here and you took your SL below this level, below this level, and because this is a huge pips, because if you check the time frame, this 2 hours. So I don't think anybody, except you're a swing trader, if you want to place your stop loss for as long as 2 hours, you know, when you dive down into the lower time frame, you should probably place your SL around here on the lower time frame, I mean, and with that you are out. Let's say you saw this double top, then you wait for the market to like test back. It tests back, it gives you like a sign here and it hits your SL, blah blah blah, so on. Now, so let's see why the double top or elm pattern doesn't work. I just have to look for an example for you here in this place. Let's see if we can spot another example. Can we spot another example over here? Can we spot another example? Okay, I'm spotting a buy example here. This is a double top. You buy from here. This is a double top. They say you should buy from here, right? This is a double bottom. If you agree with me, this is a double bottom. If you agree with me, this is a double bottom, and you see what's just happened by the left. You entered around somewhere here, then the market picks out like as if it wants to buy. You entered around here, and entered around here. Let's say you took your SL within this level, you see, and you want to target this high. You could even see that even right, it has already stopped you out. With this double bottom, it has already stopped you out. Let's turn it to live chat. Let's see. It's already stopped you out with this week. Just one single week, you are out of the market, and then it goes and goes and goes till it does whatever it wants to do. So now you see what the big boys did here. They engineered liquidity around this zone to take you out. They show you this zone and they want you to buy. And if we go down to the 30 minutes, you will see what I'm talking about. Some people has bought there, like, how should I say it? Some people has bought there now. Okay, you can see it clearly on the lower time frame. It's obvious that it's clear here. This is an example of what I'm talking about. Even on the lower time frame, on the 30-minute time frame, we can actually see a double bottom here. Oh, my laptop is going to off, but never still. Double bottom will soon be done. The double bottom from this zone. So imagine you spot your entry, decide to take your entry from this box, and then the market taps in, went up a little, and it came back to your Excel. It came back to onto your Excel because they knows that a pool of people Excel will be resting around it. So imagine also bought here Olantuji, he bought at this side. Sarah placed a stop loss here, and she wants to take a buy. And then the market has, what did the big boys just did? They swept everybody off the hook, taking your stop loss and eventually hitting your TP without you in the game. I know that's a very bad one. Everybody has experienced something like that, and please, you guys are going to have pardon with me. And I think this is actually my first time doing a YouTube video like this, so maybe as time goes on we are going to be good in, we are going to improve. But for the first time, there's always a first time for everything. So let's move to the next stage. So they want you to buy at this level because once thousands of traders place buy order here, all stop loss hits directly under this line. All stop loss they hit directly under this line. Boom! You see an aggressive candle back up. So this is an aggressive candle. You see it back up. This is a deliberate liquidity hunt. They deliberately did it. The liquidity, or they deliberately did it. So this is a deliberate liquidity hunt. Intentional drive. So the intentionally drive price down to trigger all the stop loss. They buy. Okay, I'm coming. Let me set this up. Okay, back to where we are. The big boys, they purposely drive price to come down to this level so they can trigger all this stop loss, then buy all these contracts that you are seeing here. So they buy all these contracts you are seeing here to serve as a discount from the retail traders who just got stopped out. And look at what happens the moment price stops are fully cleared. Price aggressively reverse and reaches the next target up here, as you can see it up here. So instead of buying at a support, the Arcveil strategy teaches you to wait for the retail traders to get wiped out first. So instead of you waiting to buy from this, or instead of you buying from here, so if you join our academy, you are going to learn how to avoid all this, how to avoid it. At least let's say 80% or 70% of the time you are going to avoid this. We don't know the future of the market, we don't know the direction of the market, but you need to flip your coin in a way that you are 80% correct all the time, so and you are going to be able to identify the footprints and enter with the big money, enter with the big boys right after the trap spring. So this is how to shift from being the liquidity to hunting the liquidity. Trading is a 10% strategy, and psychology is 90%, and narrative. Once you change the lens you use to look at the market change for you. This is just the beginning of Arcveil, and we are going to be dropping other masterclass consistently to keep you sharp, focused, and completely ahead of the market makers. If you got massive value from today's lessons, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and join the Arcveil family. Turn on the notification bell because setups happens fast and you don't want to miss out on the next masterclass drop. And drop a comment below letting me know if you have been caught in the exact trap before. So anybody watching this, there's no one you won't tell me that you have experienced this before. So if you have experienced something like this, drop it in the comment section. The link to our free academy is right in the description. Don't wait until the door is closed. It's only 7 days. We only have 7 days. Then we close the gates.